All right, let's get the new video going here. So I've been trying to grind out a Bleh. I actually have to head out relatively soon to catch a bus to go upstate to go visit my parents. So I was like, quick, record a video, get it out of the way so I can have, actually I want to try and record 2 videos, which is really, really ambitious. It's very, very, very ambitious. But we're feeling a little bit of ambition here. So I had a cool idea for a mana team that I've been trying to do for a little bit, involving a panther and a certain method of generating mana. Now, I don't exactly get it this time around, but I do get a cool enough team that I wanted to record and post about it. And which of these 2 guys do you think is going to be important to build? The Barnacle or the Thunderbird? Now for a mana build, you normally think, oh, it's going to be the Thunderbird, but I have it set up where I have 2 very important pets on tier 3 that are my builder rounds. And whichever one that I can get high level, I'm going to be happy about. So I'm just lottoing at this point for whichever one I can get. We're able to perfectly spend our money that turn, which is super, super nice. I'm actually pretty thrilled about it. And Barnacle early, if you do get ahead of curve like this, can be very, 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 very solid. And oh, we locked our Water of Youth here. We're going to be transforming our Barnacle here in just a second. We take a Tempo Puffin because it just has a higher stat line than the Ethiopian Wolf, and we need something to fill in here. And we're winning against a surprising number of real-looking teams with this dumpster fire of a loadout. What should I take here? I imagine I take the Lobster to just try and fill in the rest of the team. And there we have it, the Caladrius. So before friends attack, replace 3 mana on it with +6/+6. This thing just turns your units into hippos. Or early boars. It's just such a strong unit, and we get the other piece that we want, the fur-bearing trout. We definitely lose this team. The only way that you beat this team, as far as I'm aware, it's just either super stat checking it or you hit early chili. There's also this cute little guy that I'm hoping that I might be able to make work at some point, but man, when you're mana gen is fur-bearing trout, it takes a little bit of effort. So we start buffing our Caladrius because we can't really get stats on it otherwise. We have to start manually buffing it here. I can't get lucky with chicken stats or anything else with it. I can't use lobster with it. So I'm not getting tempo stats ever again with it. And I have to just live with that fact. Barely eking out the win off of the cow stats from the previous turn. I guess I'm only to now start buffing the fur-bearing trout. I think part of me was considering pilling the fur-bearing trout instead of keeping it longer here. But I'd have to wait a decent while to be able to pill it. And this combo only works if the unit that's receiving the rambutan is large enough to be able to support it. So yeah, like there for example, we just lose because our rambutan's going on to relatively small units, so even if they're getting +6/+6, they're not going to be carry pets realistically. We'll take a Komodo just for the turn here. I have a lot of just really weird pets in this pack. We can take a quick peek at it. This is super anti-synergistic with the Kitsune. If I end up using it, it's also fairly anti-synergistic with the Caladrius because it needs just a little bit of mana. But we have a big mana potion here in case I do decide to use the Oculette. And there's a lot of strawberry stuff in here, but I think I took out most of my tier 1 strawberry support, so there's like a lot of pets in here that I have because I don't have the achievements for them yet, and not because it's really super well kitted out for any of them. Surprisingly enough, we do have Rabbit in this pack, despite the fact that we got Rabbit off of pilling level 2 Stork. Yeah, nice Soccer Falcon. Do you like my impression of a Soccer Falcon? So we got a little bit of stats from the Komodo here. I don't really want to buff the Rabbit. I don't have a way to ascend him, and he's not really want to build around. I don't want to settle for him. So we're just gonna continue to juice the fur-bearing trout here. I wouldn't mind replacing the pie on the fur-bearing trout with a rambutan if I got the opportunity to, but we instead find our boy here, the Panther. Good mix-up, Komodo, the no mix-up, beautifully done. Oh, we don't even get to see the Panther at work there. But essentially what the Panther does in this build is he just over-generates mana, so he still gets a mana snipe out of doing the fur-bearing trout stuff, and while still getting +6/+6 on every single swing. Sounds like it'd be really strong, but not having real defensive equipment is bad. Yeah, no, I did not do that, but thank you, replay. This is why you shouldn't hover over this stuff, because look, it freaks it out, and then it breaks, and then everything goes wrong. Whew. Just a little sleepy. We're good though, we're good though. So we got our second Panther in. We're taking a very ambitious PJ Immortality on 7 wins and no gold gen. But you know, if we find enough of them, if we start stalling out, they'll be nice to have. And look at that, 6 mana snipe, or 6 damage mana snipe out of that. It's gotta be good. So I'm willing to stack here because I want to keep using the Rabbit as much as I can, because having a really high bias towards HP does help weight a lot with this build, because we do just get our attack in battle anyways. And here's a little torn up about how I wanted to do this. Realistically though, I don't think I want to sell the Rabbit quite yet still, so I'd rather leave space to get the Panther on separate next turn. Do we ever have a chance against this team? No. Surprisingly close. Surprisingly close. No reason to Stoat cycle because we don't want a single tier 6 on this team. We hate tier 6s here. Especially under tier 6 is a terror bird. I wonder how that happened. I'm not looking to pill fur-bearing trout onto fur-bearing trout now that I have Melon on him. Missing the breakpoint ever so barely there, but that's a bop team. That's a bop team. I don't think we're beating that. Call me crazy. So this is the problem with this team, is that it does fall off super hard once you start getting into the later turns because of the lack of defensive equipment. So even though you're getting a lot of tempo stats off of this, it's just not really that strong. But we face a team that doesn't have defensive perks, and that lets us pick up the win there. Still scary, still super scary, but we are able to do it. And this poodle is the most glorified tier 6 penguin ever. People talked about T-Rex becoming new penguin. This is the new penguin. The new tier 6 penguin. But like, look at all this mana gen. Hippo wishes he was him. God, beautiful. So that's essentially what I was looking for, some sort of matchup like that. Ideally, too, I want to try to pair Panther with a Kitsune, but we'll see about that in the future if I can get that to somehow work. But until next time, I will catch you all later, and peace, 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 peace.